do we accept Schuster's bid at $3,900? And the dilemma for me is that we don't know what the price break would be for the other printer. We hate to lose the 2 weeks because it's really getting to that point in time where we need to get rolling on this. But do we really, do we know what that price break would be for the other printer? Could they possibly have beaten this price at $3,300? I mean, at 80,000 for 33, less than 3,900. We don't know that. And so I guess it's one of those things where I look to a certain extent to members of the committee. How important is it that we go and get these brochures done right now? Or should we get them done now, go for the 3,900 is what you were saying? Okay, that's the committee. 2 of the 5 voting members, or 3 of the 5 voting members, so you got a majority of the committee sitting out there.
Only
2.
Only 2.
Only 2 are voting?
Jake was replaced on the...
Oh, okay, sorry, 2 of the 5 voting members. So that's the dilemma. We can go ahead and give it to Schuster for $3,900 for 80,000, or we can say no.
Not really. Yeah. I do have a question. I can't answer your question right now, but I do have a question. I know that we were supposed to spend a certain amount of money and a certain amount of time. What are we going to do with the rest of the money that we actually allocated for printed materials?
There's a lot of other printed things that could happen. There was some discussion about a small book, a certain amount of page book that gave more detail. We could do a run of some of those. We could do banners. There's a lot. We can't do banners.
No, we can't do banners.
No,
it has to be printed on paper.
Printed on paper.
Some kind of paper good.
Rack card. We can do more rack cards and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But to print all these up, particularly with the dynamic of what's going on, the fear is that we'd have a stock that would last us. As a kind of, the joke is, the last ones that were printed 7-8 years ago, there's still a huge amount of them in, I won't say whose basement, but that person is still storing them for everybody. So the thought is we don't really want to replicate that and order 264,000. But we could go with the recommendations of the 2/5. It's really council's choice anyways. If the committee makes the recommendation and you make the final say.
Well, I'm a little disappointed that we don't have something here to look at.
Oh, what the brochure itself
What the brochure looks like. I mean, I would have thought that would have...
Has it been designed?
It is being designed right now, and we'll have the first rendition of it on Thursday, and they'll make the modifications, and then we'll have the final one in 2 weeks.
Real tight timeline. They're working on it.
Okay. Well, I can appreciate the timeline, but then again, would have liked to have seen something. So if we're going to
well, you can reject bids and then you can see it too.
Table it.
So,
yeah, you could table it for 2 weeks as well.
It's my feeling that, we're kind of looking at awarding the bid or not and going in. It's my feeling that we form committees so we can keep things moving. If we have to come to me or somebody to get approval on stuff, it's kind of hard. You know what I mean? But that's with respect, of course, but, my question is, are we completely legal with this? I mean, we put it out and would we...
Well, yeah, you are. Technically, there's not even a requirement under statute that you bid this kind of project out. Statutory requirement for bidding has to do with public construction contracts, which obviously this is not. So you can choose to do this, enter into a contract with these people, or you can choose a different course of action.
It's my recommendation that we, and this is just my opinion, that we use the recommendation from the people that's been involved in this, but we'll open up for further questions.
I'm supporting you.
Thank you.
Well, and for which amount now? For the 3,900?
39.
Definitely, that would be the only amount that the 10,000 we don't want to do because we don't need
that many brochures.
264,000.
Okay.
Plus, with time, something might change, and we would like to add something into brochure, and that many copies, obviously unnecessary.
Yeah, I think almost certainly we'd end up 3 years from now with still
Yeah.
100,000 of them in Maury's basement,
Yeah. I want that.
or somebody's basement.
Well, I would like to see, if we're going to go with the motion, put in the $3,900 then. I mean,
John Miller, 111 Church Avenue. My question is that these are new brochures. What are you going to do with the brochures? I mean, how are they going to be distributed around out of, if it's not the rat card?
Council?
They'll be distributed through certified distribution. When we lost the $5,000 Creative Industries portion that we had set aside, we were then able to reallocate that $5,000, and so $1,608 made it into a distribution line item. So they will distribute 75,000 brochures for us over the summer in Colorado Springs, Trinidad, Grand Junction area. I think also Durango is one of the ones picked, so
Yeah,
all around the
okay.
state.
Yeah, because I thought that you were going to go like to rat cards or something like that, but you're not doing,
No, this is the committee decided on a trifold brochure.
okay.
Also, in the past, the chamber has given me a certain amount that I do all the art shows. We do 16 art shows, and we pass them out. We have all the art shows going. They hit towns like Levita, Denison, Woodland Park, Oklahoma City.
Yeah, that would be up to the marketing committee.
Yeah, but
My concern was I didn't hear how they were going to be distributed throughout
Yeah.
Colorado, because the last time it was done, we still have many thousand in the basement here that never got anywhere.
Thank you. Do we have any further comments, questions, corrections?
One quick question to Charlotte, because I haven't been attending committee meetings. Do we have information, like contact information, et cetera, a little bit more information than the previous brochure? Do we have in this one
This one is,
a little bit more?
the design for the logo included 4 icons.
I saw the logo, actually, it looks great.
And
yeah.
so each page is going to expand upon one icon, and then the
Oh,
cover is going
okay.
to include the 4 icons together with a nice picture. And then the backside will have a map of where Florence is in relation to Pueblo and Colorado Springs.
Okay.
So
And any
like,
contact information is there, like Chamber of Commerce or
contact
something?
information, I believe we are going to go with the Chamber's contact
Chamber's
information.
Commerce. Okay, thank you.
We're going to be on the map, huh?
I would like to make a motion to approve expenditures, I guess, expenditure of $3,900 for 80,000 brochures printed
To Schuster's Printing.
to Schuster's Printing. Second, anybody?
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Can I second?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll second.
Roll call.
Filtingstroup,
Aye.
Henninger,
Aye.
Villagrana,
Aye.
Martinez,
Aye.
Baker,
Aye.
and Mayor Pro Tem Edwards.
Aye.
6 ayes.
Okay.
Mayor's report.
Can you give us, Mayor Pro Tem?
I'd like to acknowledge the Florence Huskies baseball team. They recently competed at the state final Elite Eight. I guess I'm kind of biased. My son is a senior and played on this, but just give them some recognition. They went in, they were kind of 50-50 through the year and they won a lot they should have and lost a lot they should have as well. And the state seeded them number 26, and they faced 2 weeks ago 2 opposing teams that was ranked at number 7 and number 10 and beat them pretty decisively to show that rankings isn't always what it's supposed to be. But they ended up with the Elite Eight and finished 6th, beating out private school of Kent Denver. It's very hard to compete with those private schools. They seem to gather people from all over, but just my hat's off to them. A lot of people didn't have them going as far as they did, and I'm very proud of them as a father, as a citizen, as a council person. And that's pretty much it for the mayor's report. Mr. Villagrande?
You know, I think that you're absolutely right, the Florence baseball team deserves some credit. But we also had some kids that did, a couple of girls that did very well at state. I can't think of the Holland girl's first name, but she placed third in high jump. And then we had McKenna Green placed seventh in the shot put. So they did manage to pick up some points for Florence.
And I believe we have two participants in today's golf.
And the golf.
Two, Ireland and another young lady, which I'm not sure of, but yeah, we're doing great. The little town of Florence is making a mark upon high school sports.
Put on the map.
All right, any committee reports? We'll just start at the end and move this direction. Mr. Villagrande?
With the marketing committee, we actually launched the city website a few weeks ago, and it's being updated daily and more content keeps getting added, so please log on and check it out and give us some feedback on it. And hopefully it's easy to navigate, but we do want your feedback.
Address?
The web address is the same as it was before, correct? They didn't change any of that, so same web address as it was before. FlorenceColorado.org, I believe.
No, I don't.
Mr. Baker?
I don't have any, well, I do have one item. In regards to our sales tax collection through the month of March, despite what I hear from the merchants downtown, but we were, through the first 3 months, we're up 6.2%, which, based on what the merchants have said in the past, I'm very pleased with the 6.2% increase over last year, so.
Well, we have more merchants now, so it's just great.
No, not really. So, okay. I don't have anything else.
I'll have a little bit more on that in my report.
Okay.
All right, before we move on, there was our meeting with the city of Canyon City and then also our county commissioners. And just in case anybody's wondering, we're moving ahead to get going on the combined building, regional building, whether it goes or not, but it is in the works of, getting numbers up in front of us so we can make decisions, so it's not dragged on, and just to let you know, we have a meeting on it, and the whole meeting was dedicated to that, so I think a lot of good come from that, where all the council people and commissioners can make an educated decision on which direction they'd like to go.
Are you talking about the building?
Yes, regional building.
I thought you said last time that it's been killed pretty much.
No,
No?
I don't think I said it was.
Okay,
No,
all right.
no, it wasn't killed. Oh, no.
Yeah, in fact, I think it's taken a big leap forward to get the information that we need to make decisions, like I said, for the city of Canyon, for the city of Florence, and the county. So just to let the public, know that, we are moving in a positive way to make a decision on that. Next, we'll move into the city attorney report.
I don't have anything else tonight except a request for an executive session, a short one, following the regular session, please, to discuss a matter of potential litigation.
Should we make a motion now?
Not now.
It's really two matters, isn't it? Or is it two matters? Or does it matter?
2 matters of litigation? Well, there were 2 separate letters, maybe 2 separate,
Cases?
yeah, we'll say 2 matters of potential litigation.
Okay, city manager report, Mr. Patterson.
Okay, we wanted to let you know, first off, that we're moving forward with the 4th of July planning, parade planning. So this Thursday at 1:15, the committee's going to meet. Anybody who can make it, you're invited. If you can't, just let us know, give us your input. But we've got to get going on it, we're running out of time. We want to make sure that is at least as successful as last year. It was very successful last year. There'll be 2 blocks of wet parade this year instead of 1, with a more defined turnoff. so for those who don't want to get wet. We will be looking for groups to help make sure that it's very secured so that in case somebody gets overly excited, they don't sprint out there and crash into Martin in the water truck when he's...
Tasers?
No, I don't think tasers. Also, this next one is really difficult for me to actually admit. I've been in complete denial on this and I'm trying to pretend like it won't happen if I ignore it. But it was brought to my attention today that it really will happen, and I can't ignore it anymore. And that is that Don Moore is going to retire from the city. I've been just hoping and pretending if I just ignore it, it won't happen, he'll stay. But he made it clear to me today it really is going to happen. So this is really probably one of Don's last meetings. We will be planning a party for him. But I know if we tell him when, we won't get him to come back. So
He's not coming back.
we'll figure out when that is and not tell him. So we're sad to see Don go, but we also know that no matter how much I want to deny it, it's going to actually happen. So, and then the last thing, following up with Mr. Baker, what Mr. Baker addressed, the $129,350.05 that we have in sales tax in the first 3 months of the year is actually $30 behind the all-time record of 2012. We are hoping that we're able to make up that $30 and get ahead. Well, $30.64 behind to be technical. So we're hoping we catch 2012. We think we will. And that is all I have.
Dispatch?
We had the consolidated dispatch meeting last week. Those meetings are held here. And there's a report that is being done by some consultants to look at all three potential locations, one here in Florence, in this building, one in Canyon City, and one in the county
Admin office.
is it admin office or the
Yeah.
courthouse? Courthouse, yeah. And so they're looking at all three of those. So there is still the potential that it could be housed here, but we're saying if they're going to put it here, we would want it to go into the place that the county fixed up last year so that we would reduce our costs greatly as opposed to putting in that location where we would have to bear a big portion of the cost. We don't know what direction they're going to go with, but I guess the other thing I want to do is use this opportunity to remind everybody in the county and here how important this consolidation truly is. And we really need to keep all of our partners, particularly Fremont County and Canyon City, at the table and not have this split up at the end. If this were to split up at the as we're getting near the end, we would really be failing our citizens in this county. It's a matter of their safety, and it's something that we really need to focus on keeping everybody at the table. It's also really important from a financial perspective. It's hard enough to come up with the funding for one, much less trying to do two or more. So we're hopeful that we can keep everybody at the table. Florence is uniquely positioned in that it's kind of the neutral in a lot of this stuff, and so we're trying to help keep everybody there.
Also that Florence was prominently mentioned as the backup in the event that we didn't get it.
Yes. All right.
Okay, we can move into bills allowed.
I'll make a motion that we pay the bills.
Second.
Roll call.
Baker.
Aye.
Bilgrana.
Aye.
Henninger. Aye. Pilkingstrud.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
And Mayor Pro Tem Edwards.
Aye.
6-9.
Okay, we'll move in. It is, okay. I'll need a motion to move into executive session.
I make the motion that we go to executive session to discuss two cases concerning litigation after a 5-minute break.
Second.
Roll call.
Filigrana.
Aye.
Pilkingsrud.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
Anninger. Baker.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Edwards.
Aye.
6 ayes.